Check. Shout out to my barbers and shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards and Baldheads, your host Fat Lace. I got the Soul Survivor Barry to the right of me. We got Soup on the other side holding it down. Somebody said to me, B, they say, you not looking at whatever you wearing. It's Halloween, you know. A lot of people wearing these costumes, wearing these masks. I hope that was a good thing. Hope my mask is looking pretty good right now. Hope my beard is bearded. Hope I'm looking as good as Soup on the other side. That's impossible. That's impossible right there. Always got to hold it down. Thank you for Soup. Got a special night. First, a shout out to everybody on the check-in. Everyone being patient with us. God is the greatest. And all those people who make sure that we getting this done are the greatest. We got special guests tonight, B. We do. Long time coming. Got my family in the building. Fresh off the 8th annual film festival. We got Queen City Film Festival. Let's be clear, because there's a lot of film festivals out there. It's only Queen City Film Festival, and it's the 8th one. We got them, I think, on the first year. We 8 years in with Beards N Baldheads. In the very first year that we started, L came through and he said, look, man, we got to talk about this. We got Mr. Lamar Maxon in the building.
Yeah.
He got merch and everything. When he first started, it wasn't no merch,
Wasn't no merch.
You know, they got that good silk screen. Oh, y'all know every time when Soup come on his side, that means the magic is happening.
Please, lighten it up.
Adjusting it. Shout out to everybody on the check-in early, even though we not early. Want me to get on this side right here, Soup? If I can only say what just happened, if I could describe the greatness, can we describe what just happened, B? Nah, cause they be getting excited. They be like, yo, Jay, yo, what Soup look like? Let me see it. I'm like, y'all can't do it. Yeah, y'all can't afford it. She do it every once in a while.
They not ready.
Peace to everybody on the check-in. They said no YouTube. Y'all check the YouTube. I know it just went live on YouTube. Y'all check that again. It's on one of them YouTubes. Trust me, it is. Good. Is it, Soup?
Yeah, just click the link in the
Click the link. I was about the link. Click the link on the bio, and it's going to be up there. It's on one of them. Right there. Trust me. It's there. Yes. Before y'all text me and say something, make sure this is all live. This is all live.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's up there, y'all.
Right,
you know, make sure y'all know what y'all saying. But I know everybody just, being careful with it. You know what I'm saying? We just started. They don't be on the back end when we be having these conversations on the other side. Sometimes it's not for everybody to hear, but we're going to get into some things. First of all, happy Halloween. Hope y'all had a safe one. Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys was trick-or-treating. They don't even be trick-or-treating like that no more, man.
Nah.
Things just
Kids is out there, though.
Kids was out there. Kids was having fun.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely was having fun. Dressing up in character.
Man.
You know, I like that stuff right there, man. Before we get into everything with the Queen City film festival, there's music in there, too.
Music in there, too.
It was music in there. It was documentaries, man. First of all, shout out to my boy Ray Lansky. He had a project in there. Shout out to him. You know, but we're going to do a quick recap on some things. Al, you got some time?
Yeah, man.
We ain't got that much time because Soup said we're going to cover everything tonight. We're going to get to it. We're going to give y'all a good, strong 49 and a half minutes. First, one more time, peace to everybody on the check-in. Al, congratulations, 8 years.
Yo, big ups, man. I appreciate that. And by the way, big ups on the show.
Thank you.
8 years.
Appreciate
Dude,
that.
where's the time go?
Man.
Yo,
Come on now.
it's going into our
Somebody.
beards.
Go on.
I'm like, dang.
Yo, we having fun with it.
This show seems like it's been on for a long time, but at the same time for a minute.
Yo, that's just how it feels.
You know what I'm saying? And, yo, big ups to Norm.
Yes, peace to the general.
Board. Yeah. I mean, BKS1 is so important right now. I don't think people really understand. It's the space. It's the place that you can go and break down your projects, bring your ideas to the community. So I really appreciate you having me out, man. Even though it's late, it's way past my time.
Man, this prime time, it's like Arsenio. You know, they wanted to wait for the late night. You know, we got to bring them old feelings back.
That's the only way we can talk.
We got to bring
that
them
trash.
old feelings back. You know, we can't get old. We got to be of the time. And that's what we are. That's exactly what we are. We are of the time. Like, we don't want to bring it back to these type of times right here. Because I got a feeling you was part of these times right here. Do y'all remember?
Those the motor lodges.
The Motor Lodge?
Yeah, those are the motels.
You said DSL?
I know. Yep. I know about it.
GMSL. What's GMSL? Yup.
Garden State Motor Lodge.
Garden State Motor Lodge.
On 22. They knocked it down now.
Oh.
Ooh, they did just knock it.
That was
Yeah.
right by the Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Now. Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh. Some of y'all watching this, y'all party in a hotel room like this. That stationary TV. Look at that TV right there.
Always had porn on it.
Ooh.
Porn
Ooh.
channel. So you turn the TV on porn.
Bam!
channel.
Let's get to it.
Wow.
Let's get to it.
Don't
Look at
know
them,
nothing
look,
about
man.
that.
Look at them.
No,
Look
nothing
at them
about
sheets.
that.
But before wax and Nair,
Them
that's
sheets-
kind of porn they had playing on that right there.
I
Before
realize-
the wax, Heavy Bush.
I didn't realize why they had those kind of covers until I got older.
Why they had them kind of covers, B?
It hides a lot.
Ooh.
Lie.
No stain.
Can't see what's
It hides a lot.
No OJ. You are
better-
not getting
oh,
caught.
My God. Look at that place right there.
Y'all remember that? The general's on the check in general. You remember those days?
Hey, man. Hey, when you ain't got that much money, but you got
General on
time.
the chat right now.
Yeah, general on the
There you
chat.
go.
Peace to
There you
everybody
go.
on the chat right now, man. Y'all remember those days, man. Those are some good days. Y'all want to talk about anytime? Maybe not.
No, the funny part was they had the nerve they have connecting rooms.
Whew.
That's when it was really off the hook.
That's when it was.
When them rooms opened up and
Yeah.
came together.
Yeah. Crazy
Hot
work.
boxing.
Yeah, crazy work. Then.
Put the towel under the door, put the shower on, and y'all do what y'all do. Y'all know about it. If y'all know, y'all know. That was one of the days before it was legal. Before it was legal.
But they did have smoking rooms. Remember that?
They did.
They had an ashtray in the room.
They
Damn.
actually smoking a lot of places.
Yeah.
On the
Airplane.
train, plane,
Restaurants had a
on
smoking
a
section.
bus.
Oh,
Can you imagine smoking on a bus?
Yeah, in the back.
Come on,
You had to sit in the
guys.
back if you
Restaurants
wanted.
was ill right there. Like you
Restaurants.
just on one side.
Everywhere.
Why we can't do that again?
You had a smoking section in the restaurants.
I'm gonna tell you about these sensitive people in 2025. They
When did that
sensitive.
happen when they banned smoke? That was like 91?
I don't remember.
No, it had to have been earlier.
You
than
think
that.
so?
Nah, it might have been a little bit later. Might
Like
have been a little
91,
bit.
92?
Something. People got sensitive.
Because they used to have outside spots where you could smoke. And then they banned that too.
They did.
That's,
Yo, I remember.
You really can't smoke.
no, on Earth.
You can't. I remember in 92, 93, I had a Chronic T-shirt. That's when the Chronic just dropped.
Definitely.
And I had that. I remember having a leaf. I didn't even know what the weed leaf was at this time. I just knew it was Dre, it was Snoop, had the Chronic on, and it was fly. I felt fly. And this lady at the Acme, this is when Acme was open back then.
Acme.
She looks at my dad's like, "You're gonna let your son wear that? Like, come on now. What was what they call them? The white ladies that be snitching all the time?
Karen.
Like, come on, Karen. Karen's trying to snitch on me.
Karen's
Now,
and Sharon's.
you know what I'm saying? Now, fast forward to now, because the Queen City Film Festival, I keep going with that. The first day it opened up, about 2 or 3 Thursdays ago, it opened up at a dispensary. Look how time flies. Well, let's shout out the dispensary that
Big up, plant
plant-based dispensary. They got the good chiba, y'all. The good edibles, y'all.
I don't partake no more, but yeah.
They have that.
That's the one on second.
On Second Street in Plainfield,
Train station.
right by the train station. They got that good stuff, y'all. So it's like, man, we just went from the days when everything was banned to now. That's where we're opening up.
Yeah.
8 years later,
That's what we doing. Public events now.
public events. Shout out to the Owl Show. My girl Queen B, my girl Toya, they held it down alive. Yo, it was such a dope event. The first
That was historic.
historic event. And yo, El, we just had a conversation. We were talking about teen. We're talking about team.
Yeah,
Now that show that the Al show that particular night was about relationships, and it was a lot of couples that was in the building, and it started one of the dopest couples that held us down with the food and made sure everybody was good. Was Family Flavors.
What? Family Flavor. With that lemon pepper chicken.
Yo, what was it different?
I don't know what it was. It was slam.
It was. I'm like,
honey
ooh.
lemon pepper barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Fried though. It was
He named
crisp.
every flavor.
No, it was that, B.
Everything. It was
that,
everything,
B.
sir.
The mac and cheese.
Everything. I was like, what is this?
He
Where did it
said,
come
man,
from?
she had a lemon pepper and barbecue,
That food, man.
buffalo.
Everything was
That's
delicious.
dope.
Piece to Eds on the check, piece to Rachel on the check, piece
What?
to Shanae on the check. Yo, it was to a point where I'm like, I don't like eating in public because it get all on my bed. But it was like,
I hear you.
I ain't looking up. I'm eating.
Yeah.
I don't care. It was
Yeah,
banging.
It was banging.
It was a dope night, and it was a night that's talking about teamwork. Yeah. And I saw the teamwork with Family Flavor.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're talking about relationships. We had Tobias. What's Tobias's wife?
Michelle.
We had Tobias and Michelle. They were talking about relationships being in the industry.
Doc Trevor.
Yes, peace to Trev. Definitely peace to, like I said, one more again, peace to Toya and B. And it was another couple that was up there. We had T. We had L.
Yeah, we was there.
Y'all was there. Because y'all started.
We was definitely there.
Y'all started a long time ago. Because she's right there on your side.
No doubt.
When it began.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my wife because, first of all, to me,
Peace to Keith on the check.
she's probably watching and listening somewhere right now trying to make sure I stay awake.
No doubt, we is.
She know I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning, making it happen. But shout out to her because she really is supporting the whole movement. The Queen City Film Festival, I'm telling you, I said it opening night. I said it every night of the festival. We really wouldn't be where we are without her involvement, without her leadership, and without her support because sometimes I get tired. So my wife just be pushing me.
So boom, thank you. Shout out to Shania. Me and B was talking yesterday. Talking about relationships. Guys talk about that too, y'all.
Yeah.
And we're talking about some people who go too long and they mess up their relationship. Got this woman right here, got Giselle. And I forgot what Giselle looked like. And one of the most winningest athletes ever, Tom Brady, got 7 rings.
Yeah.
7 rings,
Yeah.
but played 20 years.
Yeah, he did.
And he said she really didn't feel being with him, supporting with him.
At the end.
At the end. It's a lot of people that start off strong. And she got the bread. I didn't know she made so much money.
Yeah.
And she was she's Giselle. She's that one, the mother of his kids, his wife, his backbone, support system, and saw him winning all these rings. He's getting praise from everybody, all these media outlets, all the Hall of Fames, people that love some Tom Brady, piece of Jessica on the check it. But it stopped working. Their relationship fizzled out.
Yeah.
And now everyone, best of luck to them. They not my peoples. They not L. They not T.
Nah.
They not that. But it just shows how hard it is to make
maintain.
real family work.
Yeah.
At the same time, living what your passion is. Film is you.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's
doubt.
in you. So the fact
No
that
doubt.
y'all are making it work, I want everybody who is a part of teams, who support each other, continue supporting each other, making this happen.
So, quick story, because you was there that night, and we were talking about relationships in the industry, right? And what works and what doesn't work, and how you can make it to certain spots. So my wife stands up because I think Latoya or B asked her a question about, putting up and tolerating with, somebody that's in the industry, as deep as I am. I've been in it 30 years now, so I've been doing my thing for a long time. So my wife stood up and told this story about how I had a whole film going on at the crib, and everybody, the whole 30 people. We got 30 people in our bedroom. We had a whole scene in our bathroom, actress in the tub, cameras all over the place. And she was telling that story about how it made her feel. It made her uncomfortable. It made her anxious, a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't really consider when I was a younger producer, younger man, really hungry, trying to make it, you know, and I was going to use all my resources how I could anyway. And she told that story like it was just yesterday, and I heard her again. Right? I've heard this story a million times. She's reminded me a bunch of times, but when she said it again that night in front of all of those people, it reminded me of how special she is, because sometimes when we are seeking out success and we're on our mission, right? Sometimes we hurt the people that are closest to us, or we disrespect them, or we disregard them because we really about what we trying to be about, right? And we trying to make it. And so I've apologized to my wife a bunch of times for that.
No
right?
doubt.
But over the years, she's come to recognize that I was really doing something for all of us, you know. But
That's her right there, y'all.
oh, she clicking on. Oh, there she is. Yes, that's her. What a beauty! How lucky am I? So, you know, having somebody like that in your corner is super important. But you know, she's known me from the time that when I came out with my first film. And
Known for these times right here,
you know,
but she knew him for a while.
yeah, it's not like we just started this program. You know, it's been happening for a while now. And so you got to be able to be with somebody that supports you through the thick, through the thin, and through those moments where you still got something to give. And like you brought up the idea of Giselle and Tom Brady. And for me, when I look at that, I'm not really sure what that issue was, but if old man want to continue to play, you got to let him play, because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You know, you only get this one time to do this, and then it's over. And then you can do the other things, the family things, but you still got to balance it out along the way. You can't just be all the way selfish. Like I'm sure Tom Brady was on some real mission vibes for a number of years and was cutting her off and not paying attention to her, and that's
kids.
not a good thing. You got to have balance in order to make it work and to persevere through to the next level.
You get a point for persevere. We like that.
Yeah,
word.
I think that's what, like you said, something important. Like that's what messed Tom up. He went full selfish. Like, because for somebody to let you play for 20 years,
Right.
and say, listen, it's time. Your body's breaking down. You know, you're not winning like you used to. You won, but I think it's time now. You said you were going to stop, and then you come up out of retirement again.
Right.
And I think their relationship was already teetering.
With football, it's
Point for
different too,
teetering.
because
Yes.
you give him a point for teetering.
It was already
Applause for that.
teetering. So she was like, listen, we hanging on by a thread,
Right.
bro. You got 7 rings now. Time to come on home.
And if you get hit the wrong way,
It's over.
you might be done. Your head's gonna be rattled. Your body gonna be broken. That's football, right?
Right. But he chose, and she realized, okay, you're choosing this over. You choosing another life over us. So
That's right.
We're gonna split with
That's
it.
right. But in the arts and creative, and in that business realm, it's a little bit different because you're not putting your body on the line, right? There have been moments where I put finances on the line.
Yeah.
I done laid out money, gone on credit sprees, you know, really overextending our finances on our family and stuff like that to make things happen. But these are business investments, right? These are things that I know. It's like every other business. You gotta put some money out and into the game in order to expect to get that money back. And you know, when we first started 20 years ago, there was a lot you had to do to get your movie out, to get it seen, to get your content out there. All of the different methods of showing your work didn't exist.
Right.
So you really had to go a mile or more and dig in your pockets deep. I mean, who remembers Robert Townsend?
Yeah.
Partners in crime.
Do we remember
Do we? It wouldn't be no In Living Color.
all of the
It wouldn't be no
financing.
Eddie Murphy
Right.
Raw.
All of the
No, Robert
self-financing that
Townsend-
them cats did.
Yes.
I think Robert Townsend might be. I'm just going out from what I think. I think he might be the most underrated filmmaker.
For sure, because he put his entire finances
How
on
he
the
made
line.
Hollywood Shuffle. How it was
mean-
all on credit card.
all on
That-
credit cards.
I mean, how he brought in brothers that nobody knew,
Nobody.
and now they're all big timers,
Right.
And they're
But
all right.
he built.
Black Pack.
He
so-
saw it
So
first.
he built a team.
Yeah.
Invested in that team,
Mm-hmm.
and then so it goes to what we were talking about earlier today about.
Teamwork.
So we've been talking about teamwork,
Yes,
right?
indeed.
Since I came in the door, we was
Right.
talking about the dynamic of teams,
Mm-hmm.
how teams work, and all of the things that make great teams.
Mm-hmm.
And so my mantra for 2026, because we just came out of a season, and I look at all of these. Every film festival that we do is part of a season. It's 12 months of us working together to put the planning in place to make this thing official. And everybody on the team has a role and a responsibility and a job to do, right? Starting with myself, being the leader, being the person who has the most experience, being the one who has put his finances on the line, who has brought whole film companies up into his bedroom and into his space to make it official, despite what family
It's
thought.
a nice space, y'all. I
It's
want
a
y'all to
nice
know.
space. It's not-
Like, because I don't want y'all
it's a
thinking,
nice
like, when they
space.
be like, yo, hold up, he had 30, 40 extra people? This is a nice space. It's a nice space. So let y'all.
Might have been 50. I just try to keep it a low number.
And you still got elbow room when you're in there with 50 people.
but
Just to let y'all know.
Still, when you got that many people in your house and in your domicile, it creates a lot
Point
of
for that
issues.
one, too.
But dig what I'm saying about the team that is built around that inner core team. For 8 years now, we've been working together. We've been building not just the film festival, because the film festival came after we made a bunch of movies together.
Okay.
What people don't understand is that the Queen City Film Festival, which is now an international destination for filmmakers from all over the world who come to play. Let me say it one more time. International
That means all over the world, y'all.
destination for filmmakers to come show their work, and they come from Jamaica, Japan, England, you name it, South America, North America, and I'm not talking America. I'm talking about Canada, Toronto, Quebec, Montreal. They're coming from all over the world to show their films here.
We're gonna be the next Tribeca, y'all.
Here.
Yes, indeed.
So when we put this together, it was just our little movies.
You started 8 years ago. Well, like you just said, way before the 8 years. But
Yeah.
when this actually came out,
Yeah.
technically would say 8 years ago.
8
right?
years ago was the first
A lot of
one.
things changed within those 8 years.
Absolutely.
We had the pandemic and all that stuff. And when that happened, we
Yep.
can't even sit in the movies the
Nope.
same way. A lot of stuff
Nope.
started changing in the movie scene as far as streaming.
Right.
Meaning less interest when we watch. At one point, when it came to movies, we all came together. It was a
Yeah.
date. It was an event.
It was an event.
It
Social
was
event.
social
Right.
event.
Right.
You had to go to the movie theater.
Yep.
Y'all did have it at a movie theater too. Y'all
Yeah,
had a
yeah.
lot of locations.
Yeah.
You had to go to a movie theater to watch that movie.
Dig it.
A lot of people don't understand how that brought everyone. Your focus
But peep
was
this,
different.
before we could go to a movie theater, an actual building where a movie was taking place. Where did we go? Our parents used to do what? They used to pack us in the car and drive us to Edison Drive-In. Right? Did you remember going to that spot?
yeah.
Saw
I
Superman
do.
3.
Oak Tree Road.
Do you, Trish? You remember going there?
Right over
I'm telling
by
you.
Oak Tree Road.
So when COVID came, all we did was shift back to that and started doing drive-in theaters at Plainfield High School, right in the parking lot. Rented a big screen, got a sound system with a FM transmitter, so you could tune into your car radio and listen to the sound of the films while you sit in the comfort of your own car with your people, and still have a social event.
Said it didn't stop, y'all.
It didn't stop us.
They had a couple
It
of
stopped.
COVID didn't stop us. We were one of the first to do that, to do a outdoor theater like that, drive-in experience, as we called it. But then we were also streaming on Facebook. We were just streaming every film that we got.
Beautiful.
And people were saying that when COVID hit, we received more films then
Than before.
Now,
it is it the same feeling? Is it more of a feeling when it comes to you answer my question. Having the film festival made people even want to go harder and appreciate it, because now movies don't even stay in the movie theater as much as they used to. So now the independent people and I mean no disrespect with this, because how much it meant in our culture when we bought music.
Right.
The mom and pop shop.
Right.
We went to Big Beat.
Right.
We went to This City
Right.
in Sound Express.
Sound Express, baby.
Those were places where we had to go. Big Beats. Y'all know when we used to get our Clue tapes, and Clue was always shouting out where you can get the official Clue tape.
Sound Express.
So those places meant more than a Best Buy to us, more than a Target to us to cop music.
Right.
So now to watch the films and the people that produce films, and not just produce them, but have the platform to show off the films that y'all are that right now.
Yes, we are that.
Y'all
we
are that.
We are that door that you open, and all of a sudden you get the 40 by 60 surround sound Dolby atmosphere screen and system. You get
Peace to Uncle Mike on the check-in.
Yeah, you get all of that you expect when you are looking for, if you go to the film and you just expect, you want to go see Predator. I don't even know what's out right now.
I don't know what's out either.
Nothing's out.
I really don't, because I don't watch new films in the theater.
Yeah.
On that mainstream
It's not a lot
level.
out right now.
But what I'm saying is for filmmakers like us, because I come from that world of Sound Express and Big Beat.
Yes.
I started out as a music producer. So when I was, for example, when I was working with, shout out to the Artifacts from Newark.
Tame had the docu.
Yeah, Tame had a documentary trailer that is becoming a film as we speak right now.
Okay.
That we'll have an exclusive to next year.
Definitely.
But when they were making records in the 90s and they needed to go somewhere, we would set them up with in-store appearances. And they used to call them in-stores. And we'd travel around with their records and their CDs and their tapes, and we'd sell them at the store with vinyl. And it was Hurricane, Elder Sensei, and Tame One. And we'd all go to stores.
Hurricane G?
Yeah, man. And they'd sell their records and do their appearance and have their moment. And I've seen many, many hip-hop celebrities that are celebrities now sell their music right out of the trunk of their car, right out of their back pocket, out of their backpack. So that culture lives inside me. So when we made our films 10 years, 12 years, 14 years ago, we didn't have anywhere to show those movies around here.
No doubt.
Around here, we had nowhere to show them, but we was going all over the world showing our movies to big crowds and big responses. And I come back home and people be like, what do you do? What? You made a video? You made a what? No, we was making real movies.
Real movies.
But people didn't understand that because they couldn't see them. So I got tired of that. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we just rent this church over here real quick and just have some people get a screen, get a sound system, and show that. And that's how the film festival started. But the spirit of that is still the same, because although we grew from like that little room to a big theater, a big time theater, professional, you know what it is, Jay?
Absolutely.
You know what it is? It's a professionally leather recliner seats, the whole 9 yards, popcorn and candy and soda and refreshments.
Love it.
I have a question though. How do you feel about Temu? I mean, Tubi.
Yo, B, you
Tubi?
read my mind.
How do you feel about
I was
Tubi?
just about to bring that. Thank you.
I
B.
mean, it's a great outlet for independent filmmakers. I think, there's a lot that I think that sometimes the material on Tubi is not the best, and I think that it causes filmmakers to fast track their work without being particular about the technical aspects of storytelling and filmmaking. I think that Tubi sometimes keeps the bar low so that they can get as much material, so that they can get a lot of subscribers. That's just my honest opinion. But shout out to, the opportunity for filmmakers, because when I was a younger filmmaker, those opportunities didn't exist.
No doubt.
So, I don't want to criticize too much, but
No,
we,
you're
as artists,
No.
this is who I'll turn the light to, not so much the corporation that is taking advantage of whatever material
Right.
and content they get, but I'm gonna turn the light to the creatives, and I'm gonna say that if you're gonna make anything, make sure it's dope.
Speaking of creations, thank you. At one point, said we had TV shows about going to college.
Yep.
Now kids now have these TV shows right here. And if y'all, because no disrespect to our black women out there, but content has changed.
Yeah.
It was a point where in if y'all know anybody who sees this image right here, y'all get it instantly. Down on the bottom, those people are stars now. Those people, that type of content, it is way more bad bees. I knock you out bees. I do all those bees.
So, question though, do you think in today's time a show like Different World would be successful?
I do.
I'd still do.
I do. I think that because I think most people are burned out on all of the real hip
The
hop,
real.
the real of whoever they are and what they're doing. I think everybody's burned out on that, and people want to go back to original content. Shout out to Amani Robinson and the Robinson crew for coming up with a film called a pilot called Three Blind Mice, which is about a young sister who has an HBCU experience and has a moment of self-discovery while attending an HBCU. Real dope concept, crisp, clean film. And by the way, not a lick of profanity or vulgarity in it whatsoever. It's just, it brings you back to that time of, solid television work that you used to see with the Cosby Show, with A Different World, bringing us back to the center of our community with positive images of who we are as a people.
You still get a point for vulgarity right there. That means cursing, y'all. Some of y'all that don't know.
No, it's crazy because that's why me, in my personal opinion, think a movie like Friday is probably more underrated than what we think it is. People will say, you crazy, that movie's not underrated. It is, in the simple fact that there was really, technically, no real violence, except for regular, street fighting. No sexual things going on.
Right.
You seen, so-and-so in the bed, but the sex and the violence really wasn't there.
Yeah.
The cursing was to a minimum, if you really go back and listen to it. It wasn't a lot of cursing. It was basically like people everyday living. And for that film to be that successful, because of the comedy aspect of it, it's hard for people to duplicate that because they think, like he said, that we want the violence, we want the gore, we want.
Yeah, they push an agenda now. These reality shows, and take it from somebody who worked on a ton of reality shows, a ton. The whole game.
Peace to my brother Jamal.
Yeah, the reality show game is real inexpensive for production companies. It's easy to churn out. And I think that a lot of times the people who end up on reality shows, they get confused they get confused that they are actually stars.
Y'all ain't got no talent. Get up out of here.
Yeah, and if you are not coming to the table with real talent, like I'm not gonna say everybody has talent less, but
You can say it.
the majority of these shows, they're just pushing. They're pushing ideas. They're pushing ideology and lifestyle. They're not really pushing anything of value or substance.
But that's the funny part to me. I don't think any people that's on reality shows, I don't think any of us watching expect for them to be talented.
No.
We just like being entertained.
No,
It's
because they're not
entertainment.
actresses and actors.
They're
They're supposed to be real.
but they think they are.
Right.
B.
Supposed to be real.
Supposed to be
They think
Yo,
they
B,
are.
it's funny. Based off what you just said, I'm watching Vlad TV the other day, and it was Michael Jai White and Vlad talking. You saying how it's supposed to be real.
Yeah.
And now, what we think is real ain't real.
Of course not.
So they had a conversation talking about stars and talking about AI.
Yeah.
Not Allen Iverson. And they talking about Vlad had a statement thinking, can AI characters be stars? And
Of course.
and so what Michael Jai White said, based upon, he said Friday. He said, when you watch Friday and you saw one of them said when you saw Chris Tucker. Now it might have been one of them made a point, whether it was Vlad or Michael Jai White, but they talked about the movie Friday.
Yeah.
And they said how Chris Tucker, when they watched him, it was nothing like the feeling of watching someone real become a star. And he had a background to him. He had a background with Def Comedy Jam. And he had little in smaller films. He had House Party. He had other ones where you like, yo, I remember him from this. Right. Now we're following his journey. And like, yo, that's Chris Tucker again. He delivered again and delivered again, delivered again. By the time he got to Friday, he might have been about 3 films in at the time. But us as an audience, we're watching him and we're believing in him and we feel him. And now he became the $20 million man.
Yeah.
These AI characters, whatever we call it, they're not real. So I asked you.
They're not human beings.
They're not human beings at all.
No.
But they make it seem like it's real.
I think once people realize that AI, they'll look at it like animation. And I think people are okay with that. People
You think?
People are okay with animation. The animation probably got some of the biggest
Yeah,
movies
I
out
tend
right
to
now.
agree with you on that.
You know,
I
people will
believe
say,
that
"Oh,
too.
well, we know that's not that's the character, it's the animation." They'll look at it like anime, like Jurassic Park.
But
know
it's so
it looks real.
real-looking.
Those
It's so
dinosaurs
real-looking.
look real as hell.
So are we going to feel like that when it's human beings, you think?
I think so. If we know it's AI. See, the problem is when they slip it in and we don't know, and then we find out later on.
Tupac's back.
That's going to be the crazy part.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's
Like,
the crazy part.
That's an excellent point because people don't care whether or not it's real or not. In fact, if they know it's not real up front, they're going to enjoy it more
That's my
because
point.
the fantasy that is created by this hyper animation, this ultra, like AI is like an ultra animator. So the fact that it can do things that are real really is attractive to people. And because we're so deficient, right? We've been stripped of we've been desensitized.
Yeah.
So
That's
think
what I
about
mean.
it.
Yeah.
What is that game? GTA, Grand Theft.
Oh yeah, you should see the new one they working on.
That's right. So years of Grand Theft and the other shooting game,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. All of those games have desensitized us so that we need it to be realer and realer and realer. AI allows you to enter into that computer space and experience something that is so unbelievable that it feels like this sick fantasy where guys are going to start, fawning over these characters, female characters, and then they're going to get into AI porn.
You ever seen the movie
porn robotics and all of that?
Black
all of
Mirror.
that's happening.
Black Mirror has an episode, has a story like that.
Yeah, it's all happening.
Where it's virtual.
Yeah.
They put the goggles on.
Yeah.
And they can see themselves as the characters. And like
Art
you said,
imitates life.
they
life
started having
art.
sex inside the virtual world.
Yes.
could see
Yes.
Just by off playing video
Right.
games.
It's coming though, like
It's
where
terrible.
it's going to be a full blown.
It's crazy.
It's going to be a full blown industry, and the fact that people are right now not even caring about the AI thing is proof of that. It's proof of that. That's why we got to keep it real. In rooms like this, we got to keep it real when we leave rooms like this, and we got to stand against that and create the way that we know we can create.
One thing I was watching, thank you guys. They were talking about Cardi B. And Cardi B, you were just talking about in stores.
Yeah.
And how it was a thing in stores. The star had to be inside the store, and it was meet and greets.
Right.
Cardi B brought it back to where I think she was in Times Square taking pictures. She was another.
outside.
She's outside. Outside.
She
with
had a blanket with all her CDs lined off on the
Oh
blanket.
yeah, I saw that.
like we back in Harlem, back when you can
And
get them.
she had incense and everything.
Yeah.
like, really selling out of her car.
Oh, man.
Like he said, selling out of the back trunk of her car.
It was nothing like those days. Thank you, B. What you brought back, or what you continued with the Queen City Film Festival, what he did, you could meet some of your stars.
Yeah, man.
Meet and greets. They are there.
Boom, boom.
Right there.
Just like that.
You know, if you
What up?
want, the people that you've been watching their movies, I was talking to Marcus and I'm like, yo, I'm like, my mom, she points out, do you know who that is?
Shout out to Marcus Taylor.
She's like, do you know? Hey, she shows me a
Suge
picture.
Knight.
She shows me a picture of him being like about 4 years old in the living room of my grandparents. I still told my mama send him that picture, but she says as I'm coming to the crib during the lunch break, and she's like, Jason, come here. Look who's on that screen. I don't know what she was watching. One of his many accolades, one of the films or TV shows he's in, and I'm like, yo. I was like, Mom, I was just with him at Miller's. You know, when if y'all could go every Tuesday when the general's spinning for karaoke.
Yeah.
And he was there celebrating his birthday. Seeing the character, seeing the real person in person. Y'all provided that. How was that feel when people get to see Tasha? What's Tasha's real name? Notori?
Notori Norton.
Yes, when you get to see them in person, that was one of the benefits, one of the perks.
That is
when you bought a
definitely one
ticket.
of the perks.
When you go to the Queen
When
City
you get
Film
that
Festival.
all access pass,
Yes.
right, and you are able to attend every single
Blue
day
Dome.
of the festival, you know, one of the things is being able to, like you said,
Piece of brain, a piece of math.
interface with your celebrities, like on a human level.
AD.
You get to stand there and talk to them about when you saw them in the film, how they made you feel, or, yo, can I just stand next to you and take a picture? Like, this is one of the great moments I'm going to ever experience is standing next to the guy that played Suge Knight or the beautiful woman that played Tasha St. Patrick. Or, you know what I'm saying? So that's an experience.
Keisha from Belly.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Exactly.
I don't know no Kiana.
But that's the experience that you get when you come to a film festival. And our goal, our hope is to every year up the stakes. So we bring in more and more big celebrities. I'm not going to tell you who we're working on this year, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to blow everybody out of the water. When you find out who we're trying to bring this year, it's over.
As long as they get
It's
the lemon
over.
pepper and barbecue wings, you can
Right.
sell them right
Can
then
we
and there.
Can we get family flavor?
That's all you gonna need.
Cater again. 'Cause
That's all
I'm
you're going to
telling
need.
The truth.
It's
The
going to
wings.
get
There's the truth.
Them barbecue wings. It was,
Yo, it was something different.
delicious.
It was something different. It definitely was. It definitely was. We talking about the stars that we had,
Yeah.
the big the Tashas and all that. But and we were talking about with Marcus. We had other ones. We had JM,
Yeah.
Benjamin. How is it when you get to work with our personal local stars? Because they're still stars to us. We're not the people that like. I don't want anyone to ever disrespect. Oh, that's just Lamar. No, that's Lamar Maxon.
Yeah.
Like let's put respect on her name. Sometimes they might see the general and like, oh, something like let's just know him. No, that's the general right there.
That's an interesting question to ask me because I am just me. But that being said, I'm nobody to really play with, right? So I'm real serious about my business.
Mm-hmm.
I am I'm a, what do they call it? A meta-human. I'm on another level.
You get 2 points for that.
I live on a different planet. Most people walk around here thinking that they just thinking. I'm thinking about other things, other worlds, other ways to expand into the next generation and open your mind up and just look inside of it and be like, nah, let me take this out. Let me put this in. People don't really understand the level of intention that I exist in.
And that goes back to, like you said, that's you have a mission, and the fact that you have a mission, knowing that you have a support system,
Yeah.
aka your wife, number one, makes it a lot easier. Because I was talking to my brother today at work, and he was talking about how he got so many things he wants to do, but his marriage, quote unquote, kind of holds him back, and not because he doesn't love his family, but he's like, the things I want to do is going to take a lot of sacrifice from my family, and he don't think they're willing. And I said most families aren't willing to sacrifice your time, away from them. But I said it takes a strong support system to have a rich person in their life. Most rich men or wealthy men or anybody successful, men or women, you can't be home all the time.
Yeah, you got to be able.
You got to get out.
You got to be able to have people in your corner who know what your intentions are and what you're trying to accomplish. So that takes some time to build buy-in, right? But to answer Jay's question, working with people is it's about working with them. So I've worked with JM, I've worked with Marcus and other local celebrities, but also, Oscar winners.
Yes, indeed.
People who have literally won the Oscar more than once. But I just look at them all the same.
And treat them all the same.
And I think that's my my approach is to treat every single person as if they are a regular person that has some idea or some story to tell. I treat people who have won Oscars the way I treat you. You my brother. I embrace you. We come together. We make plans. We say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
No doubt.
If it doesn't come through, I'm going to hit you up. I'm going to be like, yo, bruh, I can't make this. I'm going to be here on this night or doing this and that.
I ain't think he was going to be here, y'all.
He didn't. He was asleep. He was asleep. He was home sleeping.
I was like, he's like, he ain't
telling
coming.
on you right now.
He
He
ain't
was
coming.
home napping. I was home getting ready. But the point is that I approach every single person the same, and I expect people to treat me the same. So it's really crazy when people don't. When people treat me like I'm not a regular human being. I am a regular human being.
No doubt.
I just happen to exist on a different plane of thought.
That part. So with the thought, could we talk about AI?
Yeah.
The artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Some people, your thoughts are not on the regular, I don't want to say basic, the 1 + 1 = 2.
Right.
It's like, nah, I'm thinking 3,000.
Yeah.
I'm thinking on another planet.
Right.
But you have to be crazy to think that your thoughts can really happen. To still make pretend. Let's go back to the basics as little kids, because we used to all make pretend. I'm a superhero.
Yeah.
I'm a this and I'm a that, and I want you to look at me like this. Me and Barry, or we all playing as kids, and we all playing wrestler. I'm Hulk Hogan. You're Jake the Snake. You're Junkyard Dog. And you know, around each other, we all felt and believed in each other that we are those characters when we are kids.
Right. Right.
We all believed in each other. We're playing this game. And we loved it. And I'm not saying to you, you not Junkyard Dog, you Barry.
No, imagination is a mother.
Imagination is.
True.
So you still continue your imagination. Your children still continue their imagination. Everyone in these film festivals,
Yeah.
their imagination still feels like whatever I feel like I want to be,
Yeah.
I identify as. That's what
Yeah.
these people say.
Yep.
Then we're really going to be that.
Yeah.
And you still do it. Some people, they look, how you said, how your coworker looks at his wife might look at him like, you're crazy. What do you mean? That no, you're Jim.
And now I turn it off and turn
Right.
it on at will.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some people who just exist in that what could be phase all the time. I turn it on when I need it, and then I turn it off when it's not necessary.
No doubt.
But to be more specific, I was given that opportunity as a youth. My family, my parents allowed me to dream about things, and they never told me to stop. They always encouraged me to dream about things and to figure a path, to figure a way. Make your path, because your path might not be our path. It's interesting to even say it and repeat it now, because I didn't know that's what they were letting me do when I was younger, as a young boy, and then I became a young man, and I said, I'm going to do this. And they were like, I remember my father being like, what? Like, you sure? Okay. All right. And, I mean, anybody who knows my father, my father is the commander. That's what we call him. The former Marine, once a Marine, always a Marine. Down and dirty, hard-working dude. My father used to stand in the snow selling hot dogs just to put me through school, like a real man's man. But he saw me not taking his path, not following his dream, but following my own dream. So when I started hanging out in clubs and learning how to make music, it already had been a part of me. My parents made me take music lessons, and they made me write and read. They made me read books. My father made me read every book that you can imagine. They made me write over the summertime, like made me write little paragraphs and stuff like that. All of that built me into who I am now, where I'm able to think about things and then write them down and create ideas and worlds based on my ideas. And then comes the technical part, where I bring in cameras and lights and things to create these worlds, and people and experts who know how to dress it up and make it look real and all of that. Like, it's taken me a long time, but my parents gave me that pathway, and it was up to me to like figure out how to make it work. You know what I'm saying? I'm an older man now.
We're talking about legacy.
I've been practicing it for a long time. And so now at this point in my game, not only can I do that, I can do other things simultaneously surrounding that thing, because I had to learn business. I had to learn every aspect of everybody's job. But then along the way, I had family, I had kids. And my kids became a part of it.
I was gonna say that. So speaking, because we about to close out in a second.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to Sue. Shout out to her husband. I feel like I hit a call right there. But he like, you said 11. So so your father started with that, and you say everything you just said. That means a part of him was still there, creative-wise.
Hell yeah.
That wasn't the opportunity back then. Now he sees it in his son, and now it's going to his grandson.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kalani,
Shout out to Kalani. Shout out to Isaiah.
Shout out to Isaiah as well.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, man, it full transition.
Yeah.
It went that. We talk about legacy. How was that with your children being in the same industry?
So it's great to watch my kids, who are now young men.
Young men, yes.
Who are doing their thing beautifully. Kalani, one of the great cinematographers and directors of photography I've ever met. And Isaiah has the same approach to logistics and team building and execution that I do in terms of making large events and people come together and making that thing happen. So, I mean, it's just great because we've worked together on projects, but the things that we've done together bring us together as father and son, but also as what we are. Producer, production manager, director of photography, because we respect the roles, we respect our jobs. But then they go off separately, and Kalani's worked on dozens of TV shows and different programs and films, and Isaiah is currently working on different campaigns that are using the same principles of filmmaking, but he's doing stuff for fashion houses like Adidas and the Met Gala and Polo, and putting together all kinds of dope fashion shoots and content-based products. And they all got it from when we were making films and little films in the backyard and stuff like that. And so all of this grows exponentially over time. We grow together.
It's a T.I. word.
You know what I'm saying? We do what we do, and then we come together like Voltron to make it even bigger.
Beautiful, beautiful. We about to close it out.
Big ups.
Tell everybody how they can find you.
Yeah.
How they could be part of the Queen City Film Festival for next year or even a year after. What do they have to do? What's the...
So already save the date, because the Queen City Film Festival, the 9th annual Queen City Film Festival, is right around the corner. October is going to be here before you know it. So mark it on your calendar, October 15th through the 18th, 2026. We're going to be back. We're going to be bigger than ever. We're going to have films from across the world. We're going to have stars from your television screen and your big screen right in your backyard. www.qcffnj.com. We on Instagram, Queen City Film Fest NJ. Come on, man. Follow us.
We here.
Jump on board.
We here. Shout out to my barber. Shout out to my stylist. L, thank you for coming through. We appreciate you.
Much love,
we gonna close it out. Thank you for everybody on the check-in. We are Beards and Baldheads. We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah. Respect.